At Bath Savings, you know us for our exceptional customer service. And that service extends to our secure, online and mobile banking solutions. So you can feel comfortable accessing and managing your accounts wherever you are. And it's all backed by the same personalized customer service from neighbors right here in your community. To learn more about Bath Savings online and mobile banking solutions, visit bathsavings.com. Bath Savings, your neighbor, your bank.
Hager Enterprises, a paving and excavation contractor specializing in all sorts of site work, utility installations, and road construction since 1987.
Hello everyone and welcome to High School Hoops. I'm Larry Seidling, your host, and tonight we have the Lady Panthers from Madomic Valley in here talking about their high school senior. We got the senior gals, all co-captains, and we're going to start off and introduce to my right, the first one is Katana Williamson, Sadie Knight, Audrey Jackson, and Lily Chris. Girls, thank you for coming in. You had a pretty doggone good year. Mm-hmm. Any regrets outside of the last game? You were a leading scorer this year, and last year, and the year before, and the all-time leading scorer for Madomic Valley Lady Panthers.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, teammates?
Very proud.
Very proud.
Yeah.
Big accomplishments. We were all really supportive. Like, we really wanted her to get her 1,000 points. We were really excited for her, so it was a big accomplishment.
And if she had just got one more,
Yeah.
we would have played a championship game.
One more point. That's all it had to be.
That's all right. You guys had a great year. 13-5. Going into the season, did you think you would do as well as you did?
I mean, I was kind of skeptical at the first because, I don't know. We hadn't really clicked very well, but I think as the season went on, our defense started to really pick up, and that brings our offense. So throughout the year, I was getting more confidence for our playoffs.
How about you, Sadie?
Yeah, I think we exceeded a lot of expectations just because we lost 4 pretty important seniors from our team last year. But I think we all worked really hard in practice, and as the year went on, I think we just played really well together and it started to click.
How about you, Audrey? You were the gifter of a lot of those points that she scored, weren't you?
Yeah.
Do you ever keep count of how many assists you had off those thousands?
No, I didn't, but I kind of wish I did.
Did she buy you a hot fudge sundae or anything?
No.
Not yet anyway, huh? Mm-hmm. Lily, you had a great year coming off the bench as a sixth man, the first big off the bench.
Yeah. I think at the beginning of the season, I think we were a little worried about not being able to get our spark back after, again, losing those important seniors last year, but I'm really glad that we found it.
And your 2 bigs that started, well, one came off the bench and one started. They really improved and made a lot of difference in your defensive play. Mm-hmm. I mean, Chloe was a vacuum off the boards.
Yeah.
It made a big difference.
Yeah, she's just so long too, so it's hard to get a pass over her, especially.
Can't throw it over her
Yeah,
head.
no.
Yeah, she would even push some of her own teammates out of the way sometimes to get the rebound. She was very determined to get all the rebounds, so that's very good.
She's a little aggressive.
Oh yeah.
She's very aggressive, but in a good way. In a good way.
You guys have played together for how long? When did you start?
Third, fourth grade?
Yeah.
Fourth grade, yeah.
We've been playing together ever since I can remember.
What's the commitment level to be a varsity girls basketball player?
You definitely have to put the time in, I think. It can't just be show up when the season starts and show up to practice. You have to think about it. You have to play in the off season and put your time in and improve yourself as your own player. But I also think you have to mentally be there too, and not just physically. You have to be smart in the game and be there for your teammates and stuff like that.
Moving as seniors on the team. You have to set the example for the younger players, don't you? Mm-hmm. What's the toughest part? Audrey, I'll let you take this one. What's the toughest part of that?
Really just kind of having the confidence to show that you should be on the court and having everyone look up to you, and it puts a lot of pressure on you, but it's also fun knowing that everyone looks up to you.
And Lily, you came off the bench for the season. How's that at being a senior to show leadership coming off?
Well, I think it shows that even if you don't start, you need to bring that intensity. Even if you're coming off the bench, like you still
And you brought it.
Yeah, you can still be an important role even if you don't start. So.
Yeah. When Lily came off the bench, you didn't really lose any level of play at all, did you?
No. I think it was great to have her come off the bench because she brings positive energy on the bench, which is great to have, and then you bring her in the game, and then she's just another spark or can start up more things that we didn't have. It's fresh legs, you know?
And the same thing with Claudia, when she came off the bench, gave you like a little spark there offensively when she could stay out of foul trouble. But she was an offensive force for you too. Going forward, what's Madomic Valley basketball, ladies basketball, going to be next year? Losing not only the 1,000-point scorer, but the senior leadership. They got some holes to plug. What do you think?
Some girls will definitely need to step up and show that they can be leaders on the court and off the court.
Yes.
Definitely. I think they can do it. They just got to work hard and put their time in, and I think any team has the opportunity to be good. They just have to work hard for it.
Yeah.
How hard was it going from Coach Robbins to Coach Final? Not Coach Robbins, Coach McNally. Coach Robbins was many years ago. Coach McNally, I'm sorry.
You had him the longest,
You had
I
him
would
for
say.
years.
I guess I did. I mean, I didn't honestly notice that much of a difference. Obviously, you have different coaching, and they coach differently, different plays kind of. But for me, nothing really changed. I know for like
But
other
you went
players,
from a
there's
guy
different-
to a gal
yeah,
coaching.
so that's very different. I mean, I don't know. For me, I didn't notice that much of a difference, but I know for other people it was different.
But did you play for Coach Lindsay Vinyl as in JV players?
Yeah.
So did you notice that her intensity level any different at the varsity level?
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
She definitely changed her coaching style when she transferred from JV to varsity.
Did her demeanor change any?
Yeah.
She a little
think-
tougher?
Yeah, but like that's what we needed, and I think
It's
it definitely helped
expected
us.
too as a varsity coach.
Yeah, I think it's what helped get us through the season too, because you can't just, JV and varsity are actually very different levels of coaching, and I think she got better throughout the season, like noticing that with more games of coaching,
Winning becomes a little more important at the varsity level than it does at the JV level if you want to play in the postseason.
Yeah.
What was it like playing at the Expo for you ladies? You've all played there. This is at least the second year for most of you being down there, wasn't it? What was it like? Sadie, what was it like?
I mean, thinking about it, like the days leading up to the Expo, I'm always really excited. And especially because we knew we were playing Levitt in the first round. We've already played them, so we knew what we had to do. But once I get there, like I get all nervous. It's because there's so many more fans, but I think that's the exciting part too. There's so many more fans. It's a bigger crowd. Like it's so loud in there, which I think honestly we play better in environments like that. But right as we line up to like run out, I just get so nervous, but it goes away once the.
How about for you, Audrey? You hit some big threes there.
Yeah, I think once you make that first shot, you get all the confidence, and it's fun to play there because of the environment of all the fans, everyone. Like you want to win when you're there, and if you lose, then you're done.
It's win or go home.
Mm-hmm.
Katana, how much more difficult is it that because there's no wall back? How much you're a scorer, shooter? How much different is it having that open backboard?
I mean, one of my first years I went there, it was very different because I had never played on a court like that. So it can be
Depth perception?
the depth perception is way off when you first start shooting. And with the different three-point lines, it's very difficult too. Like you can get confused. So I'd say like once you get a few games in there, it's fine, but it's difficult at first.
Lily, what was your thought coming off the bench?
Were
you nervous?
Yeah, I was really nervous. But it's definitely, again, the depth perception. It's like the shooting can be a little off. So,
What do you think going forward Madoma's going to look like next year? And we talked a little bit about this younger kids are going to step up. It's a tough league you play in. Ladies, boys and girls basketball. The Midcoast, this is pretty competitive. You got Camden and Belfast is coming, Oceanside, Madomic, Lincoln. It's pretty competitive. How are we going to do next year?
I think they definitely are going to have to get some getting used to. Like, all 4 years, we kind of had Katana as one of our main point guards, and could
You
trust.
knew she was going to get you 15 or 20 every night.
There, yeah,
Or
and
more.
or more. And she was someone that you could just trust handling the ball. And I think that now without her, they're going to have to find someone to fill that spot. And it's a big spot to fill, so they're just going to have to work hard and see what they can do.
You had some freshmen that really stepped up big this year. Sienna Lee and the Barber girl. What do you think their futures look like?
I think Sienna was kind of one that I saw this year and I was like, okay, she may have some varsity potential. And then the more games she just kept, I think she got a lot more comfortable with us and she got more confident, and you could really see it in the varsity games. And I think that she really improved. And as well as Anna, I think that she could be a possible ball handler for them next year and start to take over a little bit of my role, I would say. And I think that those two have very good potential to help the team.
I thought the league girl was very athletic. She just makes athletic plays, not necessarily basketball plays, but she's very athletic. And Anna, I thought, really came on as the season progressed. And Rachel Barber, I think her name too. She shoots the three. She's got a pretty shot there. I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, I thought as you got into the season, and I'll take one game in particular, I think it was the Erskine game. I thought that was the best half of basketball I saw you play all year.
Yeah.
And if you could, what did you do different? Ball distribution, more people involved?
I think coming out of the locker room, because we all talked in the locker room and we realized we should have been winning that game, and we all just were getting on each other that game, and we just decided that we were going to work together and we wanted to win it.
Yeah, I feel like everyone stepped up and we all came together. Like, we know we can play that way. It just doesn't happen every single game. We're kind of like a one-half team. And so that half was, I agree, it was our best half of basketball all season, I think.
Well, defense sometimes dictates the tempo of what your offense is going to do. And your defensive effort really stepped up.
That's what gets us going, I think.
And you got her coming off the bench, controlling the boards. And she gets pretty good offensive. She hit some big shots for you.
Yes.
You know, I could sometimes see I was like, oh no, Lily, oh that was a great shot. but all said, what's the future hold? Let's start with you, Lily. What are you going to do next year?
I know I'm going to go to college, but I'm not exactly sure where I want to go. But I think I'm going to study neuroscience. So.
Neuroscience?
Yeah.
Exactly what does neuroscience do? I know this isn't basketball. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's the study of the brain. So.
Can I be a patient?
Sure.
Interesting. How about you, Audrey?
I'm going to be going to Hudson, and I'm going to be doing physical therapy.
Sadie?
Yeah, I'm going to UNE, and I want to study dental hygiene.
I'm going to go to Farmington and play basketball. I'm not really sure what I'm going to study yet, though.
You are going to study, though.
Yes. But basketball, I mean, is a top priority.
Is basketball in any of your futures moving forward for the other three?
I don't think so.
How about you, Audrey?
Not fully sure yet, but maybe.
Maybe. It's not. Huston's not a bad school to play basketball. They play in a pretty competitive league. If you had one wish, what would you wish had happened different outside of that last game this year, Lily? Do you have a goal, or for any four of you, do you have a goal that you didn't accomplish this year that you really wanted?
Yeah, I think I wanted to become a more confident shooter, and I never really put in the right amount of time to do that. So, yeah.
How about you, Audrey?
I think I also just wanted to become a more confident player overall.
You didn't think you hit that?
I think it was.
Those 3 threes in a row sure showed me,
Yeah.
told me you had it all going.
Yeah, it was like kind of up and down every few games, and I just wanted the full confidence every game.
I think honestly the same thing, just confidence all the time. Like some games you have it and some games you don't, but also as a team, even besides the last game, I think this year we really wanted to just beat Oceanside. And
You came so close.
I know, because we knew it was a really open opportunity this year especially. And we had our chances, and we just, I mean, our whole high school, all 4 years, we haven't. And we really wanted to this year, but they're a good team.
How about you, Katana?
Well, I really agree about the Oceanside thing. I really wanted to. All 4 years, they've beaten us every single game and every single time in the playoffs. And I wanted to, like, at least one time. Our first game against them was really bad this year. And then our second game, we played much better. We had very good defense, and we were right there. And then
You
the last
were
game,
right there.
The third game, we had it. And then,
It slipped away. Snatched defeat from the victory of jaws of victory.
yeah.
That was a tough one. And I was calling that game too.
Well, yeah, everyone I talked to, they were like, I thought you guys had won it. Like,
I did
thought.
too. I did too.
And I was like, me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
me too. What was it like seeing yourself playing on TV all the time and having people talk about it? How much did that mean to you guys and your folks and parents and people that watched? Was that kind of cool?
I think it is pretty cool. It's also good to like have the ability to go back and watch yourself or your team, because you can critique yourself and be like, oh, I don't like that, or oh, I noticed this, I need to get better at that. I think it's really beneficial for that. So I think it's cool. It's almost like you're famous. So you're like, oh, I'm on TV.
How about you, Sadie?
Yeah, it's nice to watch back on games we had, even past games like last year, or it's also nice to watch other teams so we can see what they do and see how we can execute it. But it's also nice for families too to watch. Like, not everyone can make it to the games, so a lot of people I know watch on TV.
Audrey?
Yeah, I think I agree with the being able to like rewatch the games and figure out what you did wrong and how you should fix it. And I also agree with how like family that can't make it because they're not around or something, I feel like it's good to be able to have them watch it too.
How about you, Lily?
Pretty much the same thing. It was nice for my family who live far away to be able to watch it, and also be able to go back and critique some of the things that I did.
Do you think it expanded, did it have any influence on expanding the interest in Potomac basketball?
I'm sure like a lot more fans are at least willing to go home and watch, like turn on the game instead of going to the school. So I'm sure it wasn't necessarily like we had the fans at the game, but we could have thought they were at least watching at home. I think more people did.
I can tell you there was 400 or 500 watching you every night,
Yeah.
at least. You know, that was kind of pretty cool. And I can't tell you how many at the tournament game, but it was way more than that.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't our live stream. So, but you now have a history that you can go back with something that before we started doing this wasn't available.
Yep.
And Lord, do I wish we had some of those games
Yeah.
15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah, I bet.
Have you seen read the book Last Man Out of Town, Turn Off the Lights? It's a story about Madomic Valley and Dover Foxcroft in 1975, the state championship game. 2 unbeaten teams and 2 giants that play in center. Pretty good history there. Or you can watch it in Highschool Hoops. We did the show a few weeks ago. It's if you want to go back. What would you like the folks at home to know about your high school career playing basketball? I'll start with you, Lily.
It was really a lot of fun. Like it really made high school that much better. Being able to play on a team with all the girls that I've grown up and loved for the past 4 years. So yeah.
How about you, Audrey?
I think being able to play for the past 4 years built my friendships with a lot of people, and it was just a fun way to not have to stress about school, and it was just kind
Forget
of...
about school. It's fun and games
Yeah.
now. Huh?
Yeah.
How about
Yeah,
you?
it's just really nice. It's like an opportunity to play, and it's nice that you meet so many people too. Like not
just on your team.
Yeah,
either.
not just on your team, through like other events or other camps that you grow up with, and there's just so many people you know, and it's just a great thing.
I agree, and I really loved our team, and I just loved like being with them and playing with them. and I love basketball, and I think it helped me grow as a person too all throughout my 4 years, and it showed me a lot and kind of taught me more of how to be a better person in a way.
So I have a question for Katana and Audrey. Where did the high arcing shot come from? Because I watched a lot of basketball in the course of a year, and I haven't seen boy or a girl shoot the three in your foul shots the way you did. You two kind of like this is your own secret thing?
I think we both just always had high arcing shots, and we've both gone to, I mean, we used to do like individual workouts with people and stuff, and we never like tried to make our shots similar. It just, we always had high arcs.
Yeah, because we've been playing since second grade, and we've done everything, like even outside of school teams. We've done a lot of teams together.
We went to every single team together.
So
like
we've had a lot of
teams.
the same coaches that have taught us. And I know I used to not like shooting until like middle school, so I know like it definitely was a new thing for me.
It's a shot you don't know if it's going to go in or not. It looks good, but maybe it's not, or maybe it doesn't look good, but maybe it is, because it's got such. And you shoot your foul shots both the same way too.
Yeah.
It wasn't. You just don't know where it came from.
No, I mean, I've changed my shot a lot over the years, because like sometimes it would be too flat or it would be too high, and then I've just settled on this, and it works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't.
Well, it worked to the tune of how many? 1,100 points this year in the 4-year career.
I suppose so.
Did you feel added pressure as you was getting close to the 1,000?
Yeah, I was very thankful to get it over with, because it was like, for that game, like I was like, I need to focus on a win, but like I'm like, this is a really big thing for me, so I was like, what do I focus on? And I was very happy to kind of get it out of the way.
Pretty exciting time for the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm. They made me feel very special.
Well, they should. and they did a nice job. And who was it? I think it was Claudia Feely that was taking she was injured, she was taking the numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't know they were going to do anything like that for me, so I was very surprised when I got them, and it made me very, very happy.
And Mom and Dad were pretty overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, they were both crying.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then I was crying.
We didn't put the camera on your father. We thought about it, but we didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty special.
Yeah.
And I thought that the whole scene that night was just really special.
It was.
I can't remember what game that was.
It was the
Pink
Belfast
game.
Pink game. Yeah.
Belfast game. Earlier in the season. Anything else here that we haven't covered here? Going to do any camps this summer with little kids?
I don't know if we can.
No, I don't think Madomic ones. I know me and Lily like to go down in Casco, Maine. It's called Hoop Camp.
Mm-hmm.
And we were counselors last year, but it's really fun. And they stay there for a week, and they just play. They pretty much play basketball all day, morning to night, and it was a lot of fun to go as a camper too.
What are you taking out of 4 years of commitment, 4 years of doing wind sprints, 4 years of doing things on a basketball court that you really don't want to do to make you a better player so that you can do it? What are you going to miss the most?
I think for me, it's just going to be our team, because we actually got along so well, like on and off the court, and we had a great time when we did team bonding activities. We all got along very well, and we just had a good time. So I think I'm going to miss those group of girls.
What are you going to miss most, Sadie?
This year, especially our team. I just remember, I was, of course, so sad because it was my last year playing, our last game. But I think what made me the most sad was our team got along so great this year, and we had so many team dinners, and I think we still honestly will have some just because we miss each other so much and like each other. But yeah, definitely our team this year. It was great.
What'd you say?
I think really the team, because I felt like we had this year was the closest bond that we've had as a team, and it pretty much felt less like a team and more like a family at some point. So it was really fun to be able to be on a team with people that you can just be close with.
So I'll ask you, Lily, a different one. Who's the best cook you for?
Who's the best what?
Cook.
Oh, cook?
Yeah. You said you had team dinners. Somebody must have cooked. Mom doesn't do all the cooking, did they?
I mean, probably
Yeah.
They
probably
did?
shouldn't tell.
Rachel Barber's buffalo chicken dip.
Yes.
Rachel Barber's got she's got the goods on that.
Oh
huh?
yeah, we always had her make it.
Yeah.
And she's only a freshman.
She's a sophomore.
Sophomore?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rachel. Okay, yeah. I was thinking Anna Reed. Okay. What else do we want to tell the folks at home about Medina Valley basketball? Oh, I did want to ask you, Coach Oliver. Richie's got a lot of experience. Of course, we did basketball together on LCTV. What was it like? What did he bring to the table as a coach?
I think he brings a lot of knowledge about the sport. He just, again, has so much experience, and it can really, like, not only having Lindsay's knowledge, because she played in college, but he also brings another element to the table.
Did he work with you on that 1-3-1 a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put some time in. He really helped us like with some shooters and low post moves and stuff. I think that was a very good factor, and he brought a lot of good plays in for us to run too.
When you went from the man-to-man to the 1-3-1, did you kind of settled into a really good rhythm, both defensively and offensively? Talk to us a little bit about that, the folks at home. You played that 1-3-1 pretty good, I thought.
Well, we've been playing that 1-3-1 since middle school, so I think a lot of us are used to it, and eventually, like I said, our defense really got better towards the end of the year, so we all started to click and learned our positions in that defense, so I think that really helped us.
Well, putting Chloe down the low post, and if you had Claudia in the middle of the two bigs, it really gave the offenses a little challenge. You certainly weren't going to go through them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. What do you want the folks at home to know about Medina Valley basketball, ladies basketball? It's here to stay. Going to be good.
I think so. I think they just need to play some more games together, get used to having the group they have, and I think that they could do all right next year.
They got another 1,000-point scorer down there in the freshman-sophomore grade.
I hope maybe Anna Reed can, if she keeps working hard and keeps playing basketball and improving herself every day.
Anything else? Well, ladies, thank you so much. The Medina Valley Lady Panthers.
Thank you.
Had a great season. One more point in the last 3 seconds, one more point. But that's why you play the game. But yeah, congratulations. You had a great year. It was our privilege at LCTV to do all the games and bring the folks at home. Many thousands of people over the last 3 years have watched Medina Valley, you girls in particular, and it's been a lot of fun. Our privilege, and I'm really honored to be able to do that for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Folks, this winds up another High School Hoops. I don't know who I got coming in here next week, but it'll be somebody, I'm sure. I got an idea, but I haven't run it by them yet. So we'll talk to you here in another week and see who we got coming in. For Larry Seidlinger and the Medina Valley Panthers, Katana Williamson, Sadie Knight, Audrey Jackson, and Lily Chris, we'll say good night and thanks you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
At Bath Savings, you know us for our exceptional customer service. And that service extends to our secure online and mobile banking solutions. So you can feel comfortable accessing and managing your accounts wherever you are. And it's all backed by the same personalized customer service from neighbors right here in your community. To learn more about Bath Savings online and mobile banking solutions, visit bathsavings.com. Bath Savings, your neighbor, your bank.
Hager Enterprises, a paving and excavation contractor specializing in all sorts of site work, utility installations, and road construction since 1987.